Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And this afternoon I was able to watch Black Adam, 2022 superhero film from the DCEU universe, or I should say DCEU. Um, Highly anticipated, I guess, for a lot of people. However, I was expecting it to be a Dwayne Johnson action film um, disguised as a superhero DC movie, and for the most part, it is what it is. I I have a problem with superheroes who devastate a lot, who like this kind of setting that they have is perfectly perfectly placed for buildings to be destroyed, houses to be destroyed, rubble, broken stuff, people to be vehicles to be all that stuff. I don't like it that much. It makes for great viewing on the theater screens, but when you're watching it at home on your television screen, no matter how big your television, mine is just average, it's 32 inches. It's not the greatest thing to watch, to be honest, and I don't really like it that much. It's just too powerful kind of superheroes, especially him, Black Adam, and the guy that's created at the end, which is uh, Sabak. Um, so yeah, these two characters way too powerful for my liking. It did work out well in the end, but yeah. So anyway, Dwayne Johnson is Black Adam. I be honest, I hadn't known about such a comic book character until this movie. Oh, sorry, not until this movie was announced, but basically when the Shazam movie was released, I got to know that there's such a character like the Black Adam, and I actually thought it was Black ATOM, and then I realized it's Black Adam, and then they said Dwayne Johnson is perfect to play this particular role. Well, some people did, and yeah, I don't know. I have no clue from the comics. I'm not a big comic book reader. I know the basics like your Superman, your Batman, your Flash from DCU, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, a few of those. And then, of course, on the other side, Marvel, I do know a few of them. I've read a few growing up, but only up till the age of like 12, 13, maybe maximum. I lost interest in comics way back. Had it been for these kind of movies, I wouldn't be into really watching them, to be honest. Um, so yeah, I don't really know anything about the background of these characters. These are the definitive versions for me as far as I'm concerned. Like I didn't know anything about Shazam until I kind of knew the name, but that's it. I know he was a superhero character, but that's it. Didn't know anything else about that. The movie's released, and I got to know about Black Adam, and that's basically it. I'm not interested in learning about the comic book characters. Some people are, I am not, right? Anyway, so way too much action for me in this film, to be honest. When I say action, it's sorry, it's not action. It's the fact that these two, the superhero and the villain, are way too powerful. They're and the setting around them is also like a Middle Eastern setting. It's like built for destruction because of their powers. There's going to be a lot of buildings being destroyed, buildings being crumbling, mud and brick and stone and concrete and everything flying here and there, rubble falling all over, cars being destroyed and pushed over, people being smashed and all that stuff. That's exactly what you get in this film. I kind of don't like that kind of action, to be honest. Um, it's okay when you're watching it on the big screen, but when you're watching it at home, it doesn't really gel that much. So who's acting in this film other than Dwayne Johnson, who we know? Is Teth Adam or Black Adam? The only really good thing about this origin story, to be honest, was the fact that he isn't the chosen one. It was his son who was the chosen one, saved by the wizard just before he was being um, killed by the soldiers of the Wicked King Acton, and who wants the power of the the funniest thing in the entire world is the names that they come up for these materials, for these minerals. Um, this one is, what is it, by the way? Um, oh yeah, Eternium. So you've got Vibranium, and if you've seen the movie The Core, they've also got, it's a sci-fi, well, at least very very loosely termed sci-fi. They've got a material called unobtainium. So these are really really fun names, cringy names, to be honest, for me, but yeah. So he wants this crown made from that material, which will get him the power of some demons. And this boy, because he leads a rebellion against the evil king and his people and his men, he is the chosen one by the wizards. They gave him the power of, he says the word Shazam, and he becomes the Black Adam. However, we learn later that the Black Adam that you actually see is not the boy. His parents were killed, well, actually, his parents were attacked. The mother dies. His father is actually played digitally made smaller by Dwayne Johnson. And when he's dying, the boy comes, gives him the power so the father can actually get resurrected. He can live, but the boy is killed. So that's the sad part. And we understand that he is traumatized a lot by it. He gets revenge, kills the king and the people, destroys almost the city, and then he is buried by the wizards until he is released by Sarah Sahi's character. So let's look at the cast over here. So other than Dwayne Johnson as Death Adam and Black Adam, Black Adam, you also have Aldous Hodge, who plays Carter Hall, Hawkman. I've seen him in a couple of movies, and that's where I remember him from, especially from what's the movie? The one that I really like. I gotta check it out. He looks very familiar, and I didn't know his name, but then when I did a quick check, I saw that he was in Jack Reacher Never Go Back, and Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures is a brilliant film, by the way. I need to do a review of it sometime soon. I love that movie. I watched it twice. You also have Noah Centineo, who plays Albert Rothstein, who is the Atom Smasher, and he becomes this huge character. He is the comedic relief, along with the straight man, straight woman character, played by Quintessa Swindle, who plays Cyclone. And rounding out there, what is it? The Justice Society is one of my all-time favorites. Actors Pierce Brosnan, who plays Kent Nelson, or Dr. Fate, who can predict the can see the future or possible futures, outcomes and all that stuff. There's a football match. There's a World Cup going on, so I'm actually watching France versus Denmark at the same time on mute. They just scored 61st minute. France just scored a goal. Marwan Kenzari plays Ismail Gregor Sabak. He is the descendant of King Antak, and he gets the 6 most powerful demons in hell. Satan is supposed to be the most. Satan, Aim, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Critias. I find it very funny that comic books, especially in DC, have got a lot of these black arts and demonology, religion stuff, demons put into it. Anyway. Give me good old powerful aliens or chemical accidents that give you powers. So Sarah Sahi, she's another actress who's very familiar to me. She looks very familiar, but I'm possibly thinking of another actress. I had a check on her filmography, and I have not seen her in anything. At least I don't think I've seen her in any of these movies. But she just looks very familiar to me. Possibly I've seen her in, she was in The Rookie. That is where I have seen her. She played this detective who was a romantic interest for Nathan Fillion's character. That is where I've seen her in. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. Alright, so and the boy, her son she plays Adriana. Her son Amon Thomas is played by Bodhi Sambongi, who is the son of Patrick Sambongi. And if you don't know who Patrick Sambongi and Kira Sargosky, Patrick Sambongi plays Kanan in Stargate Atlantis, one of my favorite television shows of all time. It's a sci-fi show. Watch it, it's brilliant. But you have to watch the movie first, Stargate, and then you have to watch Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. Absolutely brilliant. Really fun series to watch. So he is their son. He's a 15-year-old boy who plays and he becomes like the surrogate son, or kind of like son figure for Black Adam, who becomes a father figure to him because his father was actually killed a while back by these foreign soldiers. Um, Anybody else? No, that's about it. Oh yeah, and another comic relief character is Mohammed Amer, who plays Kareem, who's Adriana's brother and Amon's uncle. He actually gets shot. We think he's actually going to get killed, but he is resurrected by the Justice Society. Yeah, so like I said, the origin films are kind of hard to do. Um, if if it's done right, it's really done really well. For example, something like Deadpool or and to be honest, Wolverine Origins. I know a lot of people don't like it. I don't have a problem with it. It isn't the greatest, but I do like the movie quite a lot. Thinking of any other Iron Man, for example, really good movie. So yeah, if it's done well, I think it can. Eh, this one, it's just that there's a, like I mentioned, I don't like the fact of the destruction. The too powerful, very powerful, or very too much power in these characters. Like I said, that's one of the biggest drawbacks for me. What I think of the movie, fun movie to watch. It isn't the greatest, but it's still fun. And it is more of a Dwayne Johnson movie than anything else. The cameo at the end with, um, oh my god, how did I forget his name? Uh, Henry Cavill playing Kal-El Superman at the end was, I know it's out now, so I guess that's not really a spoiler anymore. Oh yeah, Henry Winkler cameos as Rothstein's uncle Al Pratt, who was the previous Atom Smasher. His genetics are in the same as his nephew, and therefore, once he became older, he passed on his suit to his nephew. Anybody else? Viola Davis plays Amanda Waller. Jennifer Holland plays Amelia Harcourt, and that's about it. So I just tell you a little bit about this film. Did I like it? Oh, I'm rambling on for 12 minutes. Yeah, I did like it. Like I mentioned, the only part, I think Hawkman was pretty good. The boy stole a lot of scenes, wherever, in a lot of, pretty much in a lot of scenes. I think I'll give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's not my favorite superhero film, but it's not my least. It's not a bad movie by any shot, but the fact remains, just the fact of Dwayne Johnson being in this, because you know what you're going to expect. And I don't really, I don't want to diss it too much, because the fact is, I happen to watch a lot of Dwayne Johnson films. He's entertaining, but at the same time, he's a little too big. And the characters have to be really powerful, I guess. But that's what I feel like. I prefer a little bit more like a Captain America or a Spider-Man. These characters are way too powerful. So I know. I mean, if I'm not wrong, sorry, if I'm not wrong, I think there's going to be a clash between Shazam and Black Adam. I do look forward to that. But yeah, this is a good enough film. 7.5 out of 10. Thank you.